Building up a question bank takes time, but it will make your life in the future a whole lot easier when it comes to building quizzes. These questions can then be added to other exams and even exported and imported into another one of your courses, which is much easier to do when the questions fall into categories. You can watch our Setting Up a Question Bank video to learn more on that. For now, we will concentrate on making a quiz question in anticipation of creating actual quizzes. Start by going to the course of your choice and finding the Question Bank drop-down under your Administration tab on that left-hand side of your screen. When you drop that down, you'll see an option to click Questions. As I mentioned, you will want to choose a category in which to put these new questions so that they can easily be located later. You can then click Create a New Question button to get started. I'm just going to choose one at random here to walk you through a bit. So Moodle requires that you give your question a name, and we recommend using the actual question text or part of it as the name. This is going to be helpful when you are finding the question within the question bank when you're setting up a quiz in the future. Simply numbering the question will not give you a lead as to which question you are actually adding. You can use numbers in the name of the question if you'd like, maybe to keep a certain order in your quiz questions, but then we suggest doing the question number followed by the text of the questions. Keep in mind, students won't see the title of the question, they will only see that question text. This is only for your reference and for better organization within the category. So as you saw when you go to create a new question, Moodle's going to ask you to choose a question type. The most popular options chosen are usually essay, matching, multiple choice, true/false, and short answer. We will go over each of these briefly. Let's start with essay. An essay question allows students to write at length, but it has to be marked manually. Again, give your question a question name and text. And as you can see, there's a template option here. If you wish to help your students along with the process, you can provide them a bit of a template, or you can just leave that blank for them to answer freely. Under information for graders, you can enter in information that the students will not see, but maybe there's some points for you that you want to remember while you are marking. Next, I'm going to do a matching question. I'm going to go ahead and give that a name and text because I want to show you the end results of the matching. So matching gives you the space to insert a list of sub-questions and their answers, which students must then match the lists one-to-one. I'm going to go ahead and save that one. These questions are marked by Moodle. And if you click on this magnifying glass, it will just give you a preview of what that question will look like. So as you can see, there's our options that we put in there, and it'll give the students a drop-down menu to choose from those answers that we provided. So they'll have to match those up. And that's what the matching will look like. Next, I'll do multiple choice. Multiple choice, of course, lets you create a question with multiple options to choose from. Go ahead and pull these boxes bigger if you need to maybe enter in a large option. So choice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's also the option to add more options in there. Sometimes instructors will add pictures into these questions as well to help for context. And you can do that just by clicking this photo icon in each one of these boxes. Make sure for multiple choice, especially if you have an all of the above option, that the shuffling within the question is turned off. So that's just a checkbox. This will make sure the all of the above option is not bumped to the top and excludes any of the other options that you would have liked it to include. Next, we'll look at short answer. Short answer can include answering a question with a word or a short phrase. Be careful with this type because students must type in the exact answer in order for Moodle to mark it correctly. Moodle does help out a bit with that, as you can enter in numerous answers and it will mark those all correctly. Perhaps if you think that students might spell something incorrectly, there's a common way to misspell it, you might want to add that in as a correct answer. You will find generally instructors will use the essay question so they can mark the written portion themselves. Lastly is true and false. This can be a question or an image in which the student has two options to choose from, of course. There's your question text, and then you just decide if it will be true or false. So that's how you create a few different types of quiz questions. Be sure to check out our video on creating a quiz to make use of these new questions. And thanks for watching.